Postgame, sitting and talking with a couple of women from the LCCC basketball team, and big win for the Golden Eagles. Flora Lukow on the right, Jessica Taylor on the left. And first of all, for both of you guys, how'd it feel to be able to get some revenge for the first time that you played Gillette?
Can we restart, please?
Sorry, no.
It felt, of course, pretty good, especially because we lost pretty bad when we went over to Gillette, and today was just, as you already said, a revenge game. It was just fun being out there, especially on sophomore night, and having all those fans with us, and then we were all just hyped. It was just a fun game.
Yeah, I feel like the energy from the bench as well was really good. So we're all up with each other, jumping around. It was quite entertaining as well. So it was just fun for all of us just to get around each other as well.
Jess, you've been playing really good, I don't know if inspired is the right word, but really motivated basketball the last couple of weeks. What's it been like kind of seeing the patience and the work you've put in freshman year starting to pay off and you're becoming a pretty big contributor?
I feel like at the start of the year I was kind of, struggling a little bit with all my injuries and all that, but I think I was mostly inspired by all the other girls and seeing the work that they were putting in as well, and it just kind of inspired me to put out a little bit more and try a bit more on the court as well. So definitely the girls and all the sophomores have helped me quite a bit.
As a sophomore, Flora, sometimes you look at sophomore day and everybody wants it to be about the sophomores and we should be the ones scoring a lot of points. Today, you got to double figures, but you were the only sophomore that got to double figures. And it's not saying you guys didn't have good games, but is it kind of cool as one of the mentors for these freshmen coming up to see them embracing that role of leadership themselves on a game when this team can really have anybody take over?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like that's one of our biggest strengths, that we have like such a big bench, and as you could tell today, the ones who are usually not getting that much court time or not used to playing situations like this, they stepped up pretty well and they were adapting their positions pretty well, especially because we didn't have bigs the last quarter, so everyone had to adapt a different position, but we did a pretty good job of it, and I'm very proud of the freshmen and everyone else.
You guys saw them tie the game up at 63. Flo, you ended up helping close it out there with the free throw, and then I think you had a couple of layups there too in that kind of charge that kept them off balance. What was kind of going through the team's mentality during that kind of stretch that they caught back up, but you guys also held on?
I feel it was just the entire time, they scored, we scored, they scored, we scored. So it was just always up for us to score, and for us it's always a big thing to get the steals out of defense, and we had a lot of, we call them kills in defense, where we stopped, scored and stopped. And it's always helping us keeping the offense up.
Guys, good job on the win. Last one for you guys, and that is what do you guys need to do to get 2 more wins at Casper and Western Wyoming?
They're just going to move forward from this game and just keep pushing. I feel like all the girls are on a high right now, so I feel like if we just keep pushing, we can move forward through those games as well.
Yep.
Awesome. Guys, thanks so much and congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Talking with Head Coach Danielle Rinaldo, and Coach, obviously a big win, kind of got some momentum back on your side. How did you feel the girls performed today? What was the difference maker?
I think it was their energy and effort. I mean, we came out and we wanted it. We had something to play for. It was sophomore night. We have parents here, but ultimately I think we saw how hard we worked the last 2 weeks in practice. I mean, we still have a goal, and we're not backing down. So I think the girls, I'm really proud of the way they finished the game, especially, having a tight game, proving to ourselves, we are that team. We are the team that can, finish games, be resilient. We kept our heads when they didn't, and I think that's why we won.
To kind of echo that, and I'm just going to look at some stats here really quick that probably they don't sound great, but when you feature in the
Rebounds.
Opportunity, rebounds is one, minus 39 in rebounds. You were plus 10 in turnovers, and you also had an extra 7 assists from them. When you talk about the rebounding, sure, that's one negative side, but is that how you make it up in these games, is picking up wins and the other stats that you do have the advantages in?
Yeah, I mean, our assists, our steals, forcing 28 turnovers, those were all things that, maybe they were more aggressive on the boards, but we still made up for it. And it was hard, we had 2 of our bigs and both of our bigs in foul trouble there at the end, and we had 5 guards on the floor, and they still found a way.
Coach, talk a little bit about the sophomores. We'll close it out with that. What's this group of sophomores meant?
A lot. Yeah, so I had 2 transfers, and then two from the previous team, and each of them have brought different things to the table. You know, Flora came with me from Dodge, so she's seen me as an assistant coach there and now a head coach, so she's seen the full transformation of my coaching career. And I've seen her from her freshman year to her sophomore year and how much she's grown as a player. You know, and then Kira too, you know, another transfer coming from a program that wasn't the best fit, and then now embracing her new role as a sophomore, coming in as a shooter, and just one growing as a person and player off the court as well. Really proud of her and what she's done. And then Marcella and Kelly, I mean, right when I wanted the job, I wanted those two to stay, and they did. And, you know, Kelly's just been huge on the court as far as leadership and performance. You know, she's been one of our big hitters in multiple games as a scorer. But what people don't see is her off the court leadership too, and how much she wants it and how much she loves her team. And then Marcella, she just makes me laugh. I mean, she's always the steady, positive presence in practice for everyone. She's our defensive specialist, and I can't say enough about all of them. I'll have a really good future.
Coach, we appreciate the time, and obviously this is a group that does mean a lot. So we'll hopefully get more than 3 games left in the season. Hopefully, as you guys get ready for a road trip.
That's the plan.